Hello, Kiss Army, and welcome to The Collector's Corner.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Kiss Army Thinks podcast. This is episode 86. My name is Daphne.
And my name is Xander. Today's episode is going to be nothing but show and tell. Hope that's okay. Of course, we are back around the table today. I've had Glenn and Jeb joining me in the past couple weeks, which has been awesome, but today's going to be a return to form.
Yes.
Just you and I sitting around the table talking about all things Kiss, and thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on today's episode. Please like and subscribe. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. But like I said, today's episode is going to be nothing but show and tell, and it's going to be kind of a more relaxed episode. I know you like it when I show things on the episodes and on the podcast, and it used to be before the podcast, when a package would arrive, I would just let you open it.
Yeah, because I like opening things even if they're not for me.
Absolutely, yeah, and so you would enjoy that, and then I would enjoy the actual item, and that was kind of our fun thing. But now with the show, we have it to where we have to wait until the show to open things. I know that you like to, not like to wait. So
right.
Fortunately today is going to be just, like I said, nothing but show and tell. We're going to be showing some Kiss stuff that I've got recently. But I wanted to appropriately start out with the Kiss Spotlight.
Yes.
Because the Kiss Spotlight this week perfectly fits in with the Collector's Corner. So if you guys saw a couple episodes ago, we actually opened up a box of stuff that Tom Higgins from Klassik 78 sent us. And we
including
are wearing our Klassik 78 t-shirts today. We have been jamming the new Klassik 78 album, Phantoms. Actually, it's not really new anymore. It came out in 2022.
Oh, really? Okay.
But we're just a little late to the party. But thankfully, Tom, was gracious enough and very generous and sent us some CDs, some t-shirts. And so how could we not sink our teeth into Klassik 78? And I usually just throw it over to you and have you talk about what you think. But I'm going to start today because this scratches an itch that I never knew I had.
Yeah.
I think that anybody who's heard Klassik 78 or knows Klassik 78 can agree to that. So obviously, as a younger fan, I really wanted there to be a third Kiss album from the current lineup with Tommy and Eric. We did get our live album, Kiss Rocks Vegas, which was great, but I was wondering what that third studio album was going to be.
Yeah.
And so I think, very similarly to that, a lot of fans who were around my age or younger in the 70s, hearing Originals era Kiss, they were probably thinking, well, we just got our live album, Kiss Alive 2, but where was Kiss going to go after that?
Right.
After Love Gun, after, Rock and Roll Over Alive 2, double platinum, okay, great, solo albums, cool, but we all know what happened with, Kiss Meets the Phantom and Dynasty and Unmasked and all that. So I think, the approach here with Klassik 78 is, what would have the next Kiss album sounded like post Alive 2, as opposed to getting, 4 solo albums. What if we just got one album? I think a lot of Kiss fans have talked about that in the past. But Tom Higgins and Joe and Charlie, made this happen, recorded an awesome album. And so, Daphne, what were your initial thoughts on Klassik 78?
It's fantastic. It really is incredibly good. It is shocking to me how much they can not only sound like Kiss, but write like Kiss. If I didn't know as much about Kiss as I know, and you just put this album on and told me it was Kiss, I would believe you. It's really impressive. We were listening to it in the car the other day, and I said, and I mean this with so much respect, I said, this is kind of like musical fan fiction.
Yeah.
Yep. And, it's just what you said, what if Kiss had made another album together in 78? And it's like a perfect blend of, Rock and Roll Over and Love Gun. I'm just mind blown by it. The songwriting is great, and they sound like songs that Kiss would have written.
Yeah, apparently...
I really enjoy it.
Apparently Tom Higgins, it started out as a thought experiment about, what would it be like to write a Kiss song? Can I write a Kiss song?
Yeah.
And then after years of writing a few Kiss songs, it was what if I recorded these Kiss songs and released it? And apparently the first 2 EPs or LPs, side 1 and side 2 is what they're called, got really good reception. And so after a break, we got the long-awaited third album from Klassik 78. And so one thing I overlooked when we opened the package, I didn't consider it, But Charlie, I don't know his last name, how to pronounce it, but Charlie from Anthrax.
Oh.
Anthrax's drummer is the drummer on this.
Okay,
and
I never would have made that connection.
Yeah, so apparently he reached out and was like, hey, I love what you're doing with this. I totally support this. This is great. And I guess when it came time to do the third album, Charlie was asked if he would do, the album. And so he agreed to do the whole album.
That's awesome.
And so that was something I didn't really even consider, was that you have the drummer for Anthrax playing drums on this album, and he's getting to play in the way that he thought Peter Criss would play.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he's a huge Kiss fan, and so I'm sure that was really cool for him to be able to approach these songs in a way that Peter Criss might have. And of course, it just goes to show, like you said, how really good Tom Higgins is at writing a Kiss song, and coming up with some of these licks, and he does the bass guitar, the guitar, the Gene-like vocals, and the Ace-like vocals. And then you had Joe, who does the Paul Stanley vocals.
Yeah.
With Charlie on drums. And so together they made a really good Kiss tribute, almost like a multiverse Kiss out here. If you could just reach into the multiverse and grab an album out from Kiss
that
what this
came
feels
out
like. In '78, this is what that was like. Yeah. And that's, to me, kind of like how I approached it. And so if we were to just talk about some of the songs here, I mean, it opens up with Show Me Your Love.
It's one of the best ones on the album,
It really is.
It sounds directly off of Paul's 78 solo album, in my opinion. That's what it reminds me of.
It sounds like I Stole Your Love smashed together with Tonight You Belong to Me.
Yeah.
Like the two openers, one from the opener from Love Gun, the opener from Paul's solo album, kind of blended together. Stylistically, it opens up very elegant, very soft, kind of like I Want You from Rock and Roll Over, or Black Diamond, or like we said,
mostly vocals at the beginning.
Tonight You Belong to Me, and then it kicks in with the guitar riff, the cymbal catches, very Kiss, very, again, I Stole Your Love. And so this was one of the ones that I actually had heard before the album actually came out, or before we got the album. I think it was maybe like a video on their channel, or they did some kind of song breakdown. So this was one of the ones that I'd already heard, but to hear it, obviously, in the car while you're driving in the stereo is different than just listening to it on YouTube. So, perfect way to open up the album for Klassik 78. Sounds very much like something you would have heard, again, Kiss play in 77. And we have Fever Dream as the second track. This one was one of my favorites, Fever Dream. This was a quote-unquote Gene song. And the vocals on this one are very much like Gene. And it's one of those things where when you listen to it the first time, you know that these are just people who are, huge Kiss fans, and they're trying to, give us something that it's like I said, fan fiction.
Right.
That's the best way to describe
Kiss.
it. But if you're not careful and you forget, you'll think it's Kiss.
You really will. You get lost in it.
After the third or fourth listen,
yeah.
You're thinking Fever Dream is an actual Kiss song.
Yeah.
You're listening to a Gene song off of Rock and Roll Over, side B, or, Rock and Roll Over Part 2, basically. Is how I would describe it. And a lot of these songs, I think we've already talked about how, they actually do incorporate verbatim, music from Kiss.
Yeah.
We talked about how Show Me Your Love has a lot of Tonight You Belong to Me and I Stole Your Love. Fever Dream, same way, and then Smoke and Mirrors is the third track.
Yeah.
And this was the one where you could tell it was going to be an Ace track.
Yeah, before the vocals even come in.
Yes, exactly. But before the vocals, just by the music alone, you could tell that it was going to be an Ace track. And that's how well these songs are done. Because, once you get into the album, you can kind of like, not like predict, but you can kind of see where they're going.
Yeah.
And based on that riff for Smoke and Mirrors, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a Spaceman song. It had a very larger than life. No. Rocket Ride.
Okay.
It had a very Rocket Ride sound to the guitar. And that's what made me think it's going to be an Ace song. And as soon as Tom starts singing it sounds just like Ace.
It's really impressive.
It's got to be.
You said Tom is the same one doing Gene and Ace, right?
Yes. From what I know.
That's so impressive.
It's pretty impressive.
It's like damn near spot on, honestly.
Yeah. It's got to be a combination of, like practicing and getting your voice to sound like that time and time again, and then also
really
maybe using some kind of tools and software to do. It's the perfect blend of both.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how it was done this well, but it's just so fun to hear. And I know that, again, we're kind of late to the party, so other fans have already heard this and have already, listened to this, and so we're just now getting to sink our teeth into it. And Queen of Hearts was another one of my favorites because obviously you have the Kiss song King of Hearts later on, way like in the 80s on like Hot in the Shade. So here we have Queen of Hearts. I like that little similarity.
That was fun.
But musically, the vocals sounded kind of like Smoke or Don't You Hesitate from some of the demos from the box set. Which I thought was such an awesome thing to do because so far you have the, back and forth Gene and Paul, and that's really cool. But then we switch it up with this like stylistic change. It's almost like a Kiss demo, like Smoke or Don't You Hesitate. And so I wasn't expecting that kind of approach. And so that's why that one to me stands out as a really good one, because I wasn't expecting that approach of like Smoke or Don't You Hesitate. So that one was really cool. Do you have anything to add about Queen of Hearts?
No, that's one of my favorites too, though.
What You Gonna Do?
What You Gonna Do is probably my favorite Gene song. That one is so good. It's been stuck in both of our heads.
This one was really well done.
It's really good.
First of all, you have cowbell.
Yes.
Which the cowbell on this album is there. And rightfully so.
Yes.
Because
it's giving very much Rock and Roll Over.
Yes, we all know that Kiss uses a lot of cowbell and has since the first album. Cowbell has always been a part of the Kiss discography. And so here you have What You're Gonna Do, having some cowbell, and the riff itself is like very much similar to Larger Than Life from Kiss Alive 2. And so again, all of these songs are based in Kisstory, including Living Fantasy with Tonight in parentheses. Tonight spelled the exact same way as Tonight You Belong to Me. So this is again another one that you can kind of perfectly place in the mid to late 70s as far as Kiss goes. And musically, there's a part, tonight, you breathe the fantasy, tonight, that snare roll and the cymbals there are very reminiscent of King of the Nighttime World.
Okay.
And so these are things that if you're a Kiss fan, you listen to it, you know it, but it's almost like subconscious.
Yes.
And that's how well crafted these songs are.
That's how well they know Kiss.
That's how well you have to really know Kiss in order
do.
to make something like this.
Yeah.
Because
like inside and out.
It's more than just let's write it in the same vein. It's like we have to get phonetically, lyrically, musically, everything has to feel like not just Kiss, but Kiss from the 70s.
Yeah.
So, which is probably just as easy as it is hard to do, but they knocked it out of the park.
100%.
100%.
Like
Walk
it's
That
honestly, we'll get to walk that walk in a second. But it's the vocals are just so impressive to me because like we've seen and heard a lot of like actual tribute bands that are just cover kind of tribute bands, and they usually do a pretty good job of emulating those vocals. But I've never heard anything this close.
No.
Even from the best Kiss tribute bands.
Yeah,
it's like you said, some of that might be some tools used later on, some effects, but I think most of it is just studying. Just them studying and practicing, and it's really impressive.
It's really well done. Walk That Walk is got to be one of the best ones on the album.
It might be
my
favorite.
It's your favorite?
Yes,
for
because
sure.
It's the only one that has dual lead vocals between Gene and Paul. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
And that the riff at the beginning, like I was sold from the beginning before the vocals even came in. And then you have Gene come in, and I was like, okay, cool, another Gene song. And then when Paul comes in, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like this one.
Yeah.
This is a really, really good one.
Yeah, I mean, they're crossing off, they're checking all the boxes here. I mean, you have Gene songs, you have Paul songs, you have a song by Ace. I mean, lyrically, song title-wise, they all feel like Kiss songs. And then this one, to have a dual lead vocal between Gene and Paul
I love it.
Was very well done. And the album concludes with Rock and Roll Over.
Yeah, but a song instead of the album.
Which is the song. Yeah, the song is called Rock and Roll Over instead of the album. So what a fitting way to close the album out. And I'm not sure if anybody can see here, but if you look at the back of the album, it's styled like the back cover to the solo albums from 78.
Right, yep.
And in the top, it says to Ace, Gene, Paul, and Peter. Kind of like how on the solo albums, each member dedicated to the other three.
Yep.
This is dedicated to
That's
all
such
four.
A good touch.
It's a magic touch, if you will. And then the font on the back is the Love Gun font that they used on the cover. And of course, Phantoms, we know Kiss Me's the Phantom of the Park. So this is just one of those things that like you can just keep looking at it, keep listening to it, and if you're a Kiss fan, you'll keep finding different things that are just really satisfying about it. So I'm so glad. Thank you again, Tom, for sending us this. This is going to be something I'm going to listen to a lot.
Yeah.
And I know that if you're a Kiss fan and you want to hear some of this stuff too, I don't know where you can buy the CDs, but you can buy the music, the downloads from their website, Klassik78.com. Check that out. They also have this t-shirt available for sale. It's only $20. And then I think I even saw on Click T Shop, if you go to clicktshop.com, they have a Phantom 78 shirt, or a Klassik 78 Phantom shirt.
With the album cover on it.
Yeah,
also
shirt with the album cover on it. So if you haven't heard of Klassik 78, definitely check them out, especially if you're a Kiss fan, because what they're doing and what they've done is super, super cool. And like I said, you can get your Klassik 78 merch on their website. And yeah, so that is how I wanted to start off this episode, because obviously it fits in very well with, you know, the theme. We're getting a lot of stuff this week, show and tell. And so I think we can move in now to the main brunt of the episode. Of course, everything is going to have a story to it. So I have this little envelope here that while I open it, I will tell the story. So I told you that I've been kind of obsessed with everything Kiss in Indiana recently.
Yes.
Now that the end of the road tour is over, I'm trying to find ways to, you know, fill my time and, you know, get creative or whatever. And so I've been learning a lot and doing a lot of research on Kiss and Indiana as far as shows and, you know, video, audio, photographs, all that. Learning a lot. And I think I showed on a recent episode, if you could grab it, it's that little guitar pick right behind the drum. I bought it off of eBay, and it is a guitar pick, an Ace Frehley guitar pick from when Kiss was in Indianapolis on the farewell tour back in 2000. This is a purple guitar pick, and I had never seen it before, and it was, you know, pretty cheap, nice, good price. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to get this because this is my hometown, home state Kiss.
Very cool.
Obviously, I wasn't there on that tour. I was a little young, but this is what kind of kicked me off on buying some of this Kiss Indiana stuff. And so this little thing right here came next. And so I'll tell the story and then show the item. And so I was scrolling through eBay, and I saw this picture of Ace Frehley, black and white from '75, playing lead guitar. It was a live shot.
Okay.
And it said it was from Evansville, Indiana, 1975, which means it would have been, I think, the 21st of November. That was when Kiss brought Bill Starkey out on stage and honored him as the founder of the Kiss Army. They gave him a plaque.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
And so there was this live shot of Ace that I thought I was buying a photo slide of it.
Okay, yeah.
Turns out it was just a trading card.
Oh,
which
interesting.
Which is kind of weird. But I'm going to see if I can get it open. But I actually ended up buying a trading card. So I don't know because based on the picture, you can tell, I mean, the card itself looks like a photo slide, right?
Yeah, and it kind of is.
It kind of is. So
I think it is a photo slide. It's just they've kind of added some stuff to it to make it look like a trading card.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know if it is a slide or not, because it looks like one.
I mean, you hold it up to the light and you can see everything.
You can see everything, but this would have been mass-produced in a bunch of different packs.
Are you sure?
So, yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but it was only like a few bucks. So if it was really something special, it probably wouldn't be just a few bucks. Yeah, you think it'd
be more. That looks so cool,
But this is just a little photo slide of Ace playing live, and it's a snapshot from the 360 trading card series that Kiss did back in maybe 2009, something like that. All right, so let's go ahead and just take it out of the sleeve here and see what we're actually working with. So it's in there pretty well. They got it packaged up like 4 or 5 different ways. Wow. Hey, yeah, I mean, it does look like a photo slide. It's even cut right here. It says location Terre Haute, but then below it says location and it says Texas. So this was cut.
Yeah, it's like there was another one underneath.
There was another one underneath of it, and it was cut. See, this is really weird to me. I'm not even sure what I have now at this point, because, again, I thought it was a photo slide. Now it looks like a trading card, but I'm not really sure
Whatever
what we
it
have.
is, it's cool.
Either way.
It's a great photo, too. Wow.
Either way, it's super, super cool, yeah. So if you guys have any info on this, or maybe you have some other ones, let me know, because this is super sweet. Like I said, it was very, very cheap, and so I thought I was just buying a small photo slide. This is really cool. So I will put this back up, and maybe if I find some more info, I'll get back with you guys. But isn't it funny? Today is actually National Trading Card Day.
Today?
Today is National Trading Card Day. And here I am opening up a Kiss trading card. But this, I think, is more special than just a regular
This is different than a regular trading card, for sure.
This is really, really cool. So I will have to get this scanned in and I'll blow it up and I'll show everybody on screen. But yeah, definitely super cool. What a weird way to start off our episode. But like I said, I thought I was buying something different than I
because we bought photo slides online before, and they're usually much smaller, like no words, just the slide.
Just the slide itself. And so this one actually did come from the KISS 360 pack, and I have a whole box of them over there.
Okay.
The whole retail box. I just don't obviously open all the packs and go through the cards. So who knows? Maybe I have one more of those or something like it in there. But that's how we're going to start it off with the live shot of Ace from Evansville 75.
That's awesome.
And the next thing I got was due to... So Johnny messaged me, my friend Johnny, and he knows I collect KISS wallets. And so he said, hey, saw this KISS wallet. Not sure if you have it. Not sure if you've ever seen it. But here it is. Check it out. And it was a Paul Stanley wallet. And I had never seen it before. And it kind of got me going down a little rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, going through the suggestions and some of the related searches and the other items. And I came across this Paul Stanley guitar pick folio wallet.
Oh.
So you can put your guitar picks inside here.
That's
and
awesome.
have like little pages of...
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Neither did I.
That's so cool though.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I had never heard of that. And so I do think at some point I'm going to use this to actually put... Because right now I have all my guitar picks just in a shot glass.
Right.
And that was fine after, for a while. But I have so many now that it's time to actually put them in something. And so here is the Paul Stanley pick folio. This is a genuine Washburn leather wallet, and so
it says designed by Paul Stanley on the back.
Designed by Paul Stanley.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I'm not sure if it's actual leather or not, but it is a genuine Washburn product, and so everybody knows that we all think of Paul as being signed to Gibson or using Gibson guitars, but in the mid to late 2000s, for a minute there, he was using Washburn guitars. And I only thought they did guitars, but I guess they make other products as well.
Yeah, guitar-adjacent products.
Guitar-adjacent products. And so they let Paul Stanley, or had Paul, design his own wallet.
That's so cool.
So I guess it's not KISS necessarily. It's more KISS-adjacent, but still a really, really cool item. This was from 2007.
Yeah.
And I think at some point I'm going to use this.
I think it's a great idea.
And actually put my guitar picks in it, because I mean it's too cool not to. And so I wanted to show everybody that right there, and if you want you can kind of look at that.
That is a sweet find.
Check it out. Yeah, I had never seen this before. I'd never seen it, never heard of it, and so it was one of those things, I was like, you know what, I'm definitely gonna buy this. And then if you notice this little logo right here, PSD.
Yeah,
so I kept staring at that and was like, why does that look so familiar to me? So if you want to, I don't know, you're grabbing a lot of stuff today, but if you would grab the lid, just the lid to the Pumas over there, the shoes. If you want to grab that lid, I will show you, because like I said, the logo, that PSD logo, kept looking familiar. And I was like, where have I seen that? So if you look right here, the same logo is on the Pumas that Paul designed.
Paul Stanley designed?
Paul Stanley designed. So this must be Paul's personal logo that he uses.
I've looked at this box a million times and I've never fathomed that.
Never appreciated it. Yeah, same here. I saw the logo and thought, why have I seen that before? And then I kind of thought back to the Pumas.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so it's got a star, of course, a circle, and then PSD. So it's definitely Paul Stanley. But that must be his personal logo.
That's really cool. I had no idea he had his own logo. That's awesome.
And let the record show that I did go ahead and get the other wallet.
Oh, the wallet he actually sent you?
The wallet that Johnny actually mentioned.
Oh, and it's also the same design. Okay, cool.
Same design, same packaging, also designed by Paul.
That is so cool.
Made by Washburn, and also from 07. So yeah, very similar product. They were released at the same time. In conjunction with one other. How this missed me, I don't know.
Yeah, how have we never heard of this?
I love the fact that it's 2024. I've been collecting for over 15 years, almost 20 years. Yeah. And
still finding
there
new
are
stuff?
Still things that I've never seen, never heard of, and of course, therefore, don't own. But
do you think you're going to use the wallet?
So the wallet, probably not, because it's massive.
Oh, is it big?
This would not fit in my back pocket.
Are you sure it's actually that big? Like, past the window?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it is, even if it was at the window, it's still pretty massive.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is one that I'm actually going to be able to use practically, but it will be cool for the collection, cool for a display piece. And you never know, maybe not. I don't know. This one will definitely be opened at some point and used. But yeah, this is still really, really cool. It's a chain wallet, and it's massive. I'm not sure if anybody could actually use that because of how big it is for back pockets. But I don't know. Maybe somebody out there can or has. Maybe it just looks big from where it's at right here. But
yeah, hard to tell.
It's
awesome.
Hard to tell, but still really, really cool. And so yeah, I wanted to showcase a couple of these Kiss wallets because you guys know I like to collect Kiss wallets. I have
wallets and pajama pants.
Wallets and pajamas, and then here's the wallet that I use right now. You can see that is pretty beat up.
Yeah.
I'm about due for a new Kiss wallet at some point. But real quickly though, because this was a surprise but a welcome one. I did know this, but I thought it was kind of random, but still really, really cool. So one of the reasons why I went ahead and pulled the trigger on that wallet, knowing that I wouldn't actually use the wallet, obviously yes, it does go well and pairs well with the other guitar pick folio wallet.
Yeah.
But the regular wallet came with a Kiss checkbook.
No way.
So Kiss checkbook. It's the random stuff that I love, guys.
Yes.
The random stuff, the weird
so
stuff,
good.
off the wall stuff. That's what I like to collect.
Sweet.
And so here is an official Kiss checkbook. This one's actually official.
Okay.
Because I have...
Yep, 2004.
04 for sure. There you go.
Genuine leather, too.
Genuine leather. So I bought this Kiss checkbook at an expo, I think. Maybe one of the last expos, maybe 2018. I bought this in 2018 because, yeah, again, Kiss checkbook. I was like, I have Kiss wallets, but I've never heard of a Kiss checkbook. And so I went ahead and bought it. And at some point, sometime later, I even got unofficial Kiss checks. And so you can see, I think...
Did you know that Kiss makes made checks?
Yes, Kiss made checks. Now that I didn't know until I got this.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
I know
There's
now.
Like a little insert inside that says Kiss makes checks rock. That is awesome.
So I'm just finding out all kinds of stuff, which as a collector, that's what I like to do. I like to have fun. I like to collect. I like to learn. And this stuff is right up my alley. So this is unofficial, I believe. The one I have in my hand.
Yeah.
This checkbook is unofficial. There is no copyright.
Or year or anything.
There's no year. I mean, there is a registered logo next to the Kiss logo, but that could just be if it's a PNG. There is no actual like Live Nation Epic rights or any other trademark or any other marking on it.
But this one's legit.
But that one is definitely
that is very cool.
legit. And when it arrived, it was laying flat like this because it had been laying flat for literally 20 years.
Yeah.
So I opened it up and then folded it and then smashed it underneath something heavy.
Right, so that it would stay.
So that it would actually stay, but I absolutely love it. I don't write checks. I don't need to write checks.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen you use a check. And
No.
I barely use checks anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's 2024, but I still wanted to have the official Kiss checkbook. And it came included with this for free. I mean, those were the same price.
Yeah,
This
great
came
deal.
with it for no extra, cost at all. And so I thought, boom, that's perfect. And yeah, inside it does have the Kiss Makes Checks Rocks. You can order some Kiss checks if you want. Comes with an order form. So I thought that was super cool.
That's
and
awesome.
then I think you've seen my
Yes.
unofficial Kiss checks. And I put my little Gene Simmons license here
Oh, yes.
inside. So I got this for like $5 off of eBay back when I was like 18. It was just a little make-believe, license for Gene there. But
For the demon.
some cool stuff there. We got wallets. We got checkbooks.
I love it.
And
We have a
let's
theme
see.
so far.
Yeah, I think that's actually going to be it. I had some other stuff planned for this episode, but it kind of fell through, so that means I'll have to just do something else in the future. We'll have more content set aside in the future. But the last thing that I wanted to kind of talk about is the new Kiss 50th anniversary line of merch for the first album.
Yes,
did
I did
you
see that.
did you see any of the merch? Did you look through it at all?
I think so. Definitely pull it up to refresh.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up KOL real quick because I want to look at some of this merch and talk about it real quick because fans were expecting a box set to come out, which, I mean, is understandable. They have been doing box sets with Creatures and Destroyer, and so we were all thinking there was going to be a first album box set, and to our surprise, there was not. Which, after a while, I kind of made peace with the fact that there wasn't going to be.
Yeah.
Just the closer it got, the more I could tell that...
Yeah, well, and post December 2nd, like, things have been different, and I think we already kind of suspected that even though there should be for the 50th anniversary of said album, that there probably was not going to be, unfortunately. Yes,
Right.
I did see this stuff, like the the banner,
Yeah,
the
so
jacket.
we have the Kiss 50th Anniversary Picture Disc Limited Edition right here, which is cool. I thought it was really cool that they are doing a picture disc, but for $250, that is ridiculous.
That's insane.
That is the price of a box set.
What?
I paid that
Just the vinyl?
for the Destroyer box set. And
Just the vinyl.
that's the vinyl and this litho, whatever. I mean, it's sold out, so I really can't talk smack about it. It's sold out. People bought it. But it says a very limited, highly collectible picture disc vinyl edition, only 500 units worldwide, and a premium tip-on jacket with rhinestone logo on the front and back covers.
Oh, it came with the...
Oh, it came with the jacket, too.
So that's what's $250.
So the jacket with the album plus...
Okay,
plus
that
it
actually makes
came
sense to
$250.
me.
That makes a little more sense.
That jacket is dope.
That makes a little more sense.
I love the jacket.
The jacket's cool.
Was there an option to just buy the vinyl?
No.
Oh, okay, interesting.
No, there was no option. There was that, and then there was the Kiss 50th Anniversary Premium Gold Nugget colored vinyl with a T-shirt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could not get either of those without getting the jacket
Okay.
or the shirt.
Well, at least we know now that cost includes a clothing item as well. It's not just
Yeah,
a
I
record.
still think it bothered fans, though, that
Yeah.
there couldn't be just an album. You had to buy a
that
T-shirt
is,
or
that
a
is
jacket
kind of
with
crazy.
it. You can buy the jacket just by itself for $125, which I think is nice.
Yeah.
It is a really cool jacket. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't wear it. The
I maybe
images on
would.
the
It looks
back,
like silky and cool.
It does
It's like
look
a
like
silky bomber jacket.
yeah, almost like a sports jacket, like a Leatherman jacket, like you
Yeah.
get in high school or something. But what I don't understand is this freaking banner
Yeah.
for $1,500.
Wait, we're missing something. Why is it $1,500?
Because it's an Oxford pennant 50th anniversary. I don't know. There is
Click
nothing
on it.
about
Is there
this.
more to that?
Okay, so it says Kiss Oxford pennant black banner featuring silhouettes of the band with red details, studded Kiss logo. It's 60 inches by 48 inches, and it's $1,500. Who in their right mind would buy that?
Are you kidding me?
Who in their right mind?
Even if you told me that
I'm not shaming you if you did buy it. I'm just saying, who has that kind of money to just
Even
drop
if
that?
you told me it was $500, I still would have said that's insane.
Stupid.
I don't care if it's studded. It's like not even that big. It's like this big.
60 by 48, yeah.
Like it's
and
cool for like $100 max. I feel like.
Yeah,
Like I
dude.
feel like $75 for that. And it looks thin. It's not that good quality. $1,500.
that makes no sense.
I want to know. I genuinely want to know like who bought that.
Yeah,
and if
for
so,
real.
and if you did, like, tell me about what the quality is like, and if you feel like it's worth that, because I don't get it.
Yeah,
I love. I wanted to talk about this. I am obsessed with the demon winged hoodie. That thing is so cool with like
Yeah.
the almost like bat wings. That's really cool.
This is one thing that I would definitely wear in high school. I would have worn this
Yes, you
in high
would've.
school. Now, again, for $125,
No,
that's just
It's not worth
stupid.
that, but it is cool.
It is really cool, especially because it has the skull and crossbones
Yes.
on the back.
Yes.
From Gene's
His
shirt. Like,
Yep. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff. Some of these shirts are cool.
Yeah.
I like the Firehouse t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. I don't really care for the get up and get your
No, those
grandma
are
out of
ugly.
here.
I'm sorry.
The colors are very 70s, 74, but,
Yeah, but
I wouldn't want to wear
The
it.
design is boring and the lyric choice is strange. Like, why would you want a shirt that says that?
Yeah, I don't
Get
know.
your grandma out of here?
They have a lot of Kiss cornhole sets. I
Yes.
can imagine if anybody has a Kiss cornhole board collection set. They have Love Gun,
Yeah.
End of the Road Tour. Now they have the first album. You got the Woven Blanket.
They know, I just want to say, they know how many
Midwestern
fans they have. The fact that they keep coming out with new cornhole sets. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
to
which
me.
is funny because we have cornhole bags.
We do have
They're-
Kiss cornhole bags.
they're
Unofficial.
Unofficial, but still really cool nonetheless. Now, I hope Jeb gets the Cold Jane tumbler
Oh, the
glass.
tumbler glasses? Yeah.
I think it's just one glass.
Just one,
But
okay.
that's on...
But $25 isn't bad.
But that's pretty cool. I like
That's-
that. And Jeb's a bartender, so that's right up
Yeah.
his alley. I would hope that he would get that, and if he don't, maybe I will have to just sneak
and
something.
he needs to get over here and make us another Kiss cocktail.
Absolutely, yeah. If you guys
check out that video if you haven't.
for real, that was a fun video. Hopefully, Jeb will have to make something else up for this
Yeah.
summer to do another Kiss drink. But I did get something from this collection,
Okay.
so I got the Strutter socks.
Yes.
And the Black Diamond signet ring.
Yes.
So I am very excited for those. I didn't want to spend too much on this because I'll be honest, if there was going to be a first album box set, it would have ruined me.
Yeah.
Financially, it would have ruined me.
Yeah.
So I am perfectly okay with there not being a first album box set. It may have been one thing I would have either missed out on, or I would have really hurt myself trying to actually
right,
get it.
trying to get it.
So to be able to celebrate the 50th anniversary for under $50 for me, a personal win.
I do like that there were smaller things that weren't as expensive as options in this merch drop. I still cannot get past that banner.
Well, they have a sticker for $8.
Yeah.
A sticker for $8, and then shipping is like $5 or $6. With tax, it's like $20 for a freaking sticker.
Right, that's kind of insane.
That's ridiculous.
I feel like their pricing is all over the place. It's fascinating.
The signet ring was only $20. That's
right.
what made like. Is this gonna be like a freaking plastic thing out of a vending machine?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like what's $20? I mean, it looks pretty cool to me. The black diamond ring. I like it, and so I can't wait.
Believe that was only $20.
That's only $20.
I don't understand. Whoever's doing their pricing, I don't get their logic.
I had to go get my ring size, make sure I got the right one. But so I'm excited. It's not going to ship until April or May, so I'll be excited to have this for the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
This 2024. It won't get here until Christmas, but hey, that's okay. You know how Kiss Online is. But anyway, did anybody else get anything from the Kiss 50 line is what I want to know. If you guys got anything from KOL. Did you get the gold LP? Did you get the other really cool picture disc? Maybe some of the other merch, the bomber jacket and all that stuff. Let us know, because as we're wrapping up, the last thing that we have to talk about and to show is the most recent thing that happened.
Yes.
Ace Frehley's album 10,000 Volts is out now. Here is my copy. I literally went and got it yesterday. The album came out yesterday.
Yep.
Daphne, you've had one full listen through. I'm going to do a full review with some friends next time on the show. But I want to know from you right now, what are your thoughts, just your first initial thoughts on 10,000 Volts, having listened to it one time?
Yeah, I mean, some of the songs I've listened to multiple times.
Sure.
One full listen through, it's a great album, honestly. It's incredibly well produced. It sounds amazing.
Sounds immaculate.
It sounds amazing. Can I check out the track list
real
real quick?
Absolutely, go ahead. There are some cheesier songs on there, but...
The songs are hit or miss songwriting-wise. Some of them, solid. I'm not going to say any of them are, lyrically genius or anything, but some of them are solid. Some of them, track number 8, Constantly Cute. I'm sorry.
You're constantly cute.
Thank you, but it's cringy at best. but that's kind of an exception. The rest of them are pretty solid. I actually really enjoyed it. Cosmic Heart's really good.
Cosmic Heart.
I'm really liking Cherry Medicine, Up in the Sky. And honestly, this is funny, but one of my favorites was the last track, which is a fully instrumental song called Stratosphere.
Oh, yeah.
And it was great. It was a little bit different vibe than the rest of the album, but I just got lost in it. It was a really, really cool instrumental track, so I really enjoyed that. Yeah, overall, I'm really liking it so far.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it was
good
super well done. Like I said, I haven't listened to it enough to give a full review. I'm going to wait to do a full review in the next couple of days with some friends. Check that out. We'll have an episode coming out. The next one will be a review of the album, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys are jamming it as well. Let us know what you guys think about that. But this has been just a nice, fun, relaxing, chill episode, talking about some new collectibles in the collection. I'm not sure what I'm going to do going forward, because I've already shown everything I had today. Who knows if we'll have anything next time. But that's okay, because that's all right. We're having so much fun here talking about Kiss, talking about Ace, talking about, all things Kiss. And so thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you in the next episode, which will be a review of 10,000 Volts. Jeb has not, I think, gotten his copy yet.
Okay.
But I'm thinking he's going to pick his up. I'll be interested to hear what he says about the album. So, thank you guys so much for joining us on a quick, fun episode talking about Kiss. We'll have more content coming on the channel for you. And then in the meantime, we will see you guys next time in episode 87. Until then, my name is Xander.
My name is Daphne.
Peace out and rock on.